Hi, Fiona Bennett here. I'm a life coach, educator, and energy healer, and today I promised I would answer the question, are you spiritual? That's a question that I got when I put out to the group, ask me anything. And I did get a couple, so that's one of the ones that I'm going to talk about today. So, are you spiritual? Well, yes, I am. And it was asked in the context of, are you spiritual or what? Like, are you a spiritual coach? Are you a practical coach? Are you a business coach? Are you a what? What are you? And so, what am I? Well, yes, I am a spiritual coach. Absolutely. I consider myself to be that. I also consider myself to be a lot of other things as well. And I know that kind of flies in the face of what is the popular advice, which is to pick a niche. And and I do have a niche. My niche is women's coaching. I focus primarily on women, and I think that that is specific enough because women are unique. We have our own energy, we have our own issues, and I approach them with a very unique perspective. But am I specifically just addressing things from a spiritual way or just from a practical way? My belief is that you can't separate the two. I think that I am a spiritual being, and that means that I approach everything with a spiritual perspective. But I also live in this physical body, in this world, which is very full of physical issues. And so I have to think and address things also from a very practical aspect. So that's how I work. Yes, I think it would be nice if all we had to do was pray and all of our problems would be solved, but I don't believe that. And I don't believe that that's what God wants for us either. I really don't. I think God wants us to do things for ourselves. And that's why we were given free will. That's my belief. That if all we had to do was ask God and everything would be solved for us, then there would be no point in us having all of the capabilities that we've been given, that our mind allows us and our body allows us. All of the wonderful gifts that God gave us are ours to use. And so we have a responsibility, it is my belief, to use them. And that just praying, I say just because I think that prayer is very powerful, but prayer alone is not enough. So I consider myself spiritual and practical. And all of the work that I do with people is encouraging them to tap into both sides, all aspects of themselves. So some people have lived their whole life only accessing their spiritual side. And some people have lived their whole life only accessing their practical side. And in either case, you are cutting yourself short. All of the possibilities that we've been given are not being fully embraced. So my role, I think, is to encourage people to look at the whole of us. So if someone is used to only thinking through their problems and really getting stuck in to their thoughts, they get trapped in a loop in their thoughts, then I'm going to encourage them more into accessing their other gifts, into really developing their intuitive nature, into listening for their own inner voice, to develop the ability to concentrate, to develop the ability to meditate, to develop the ability to trust the universe to take care of them, and to let go of some of that control that they have just, a need for, to relax into their breath and relax into their spiritual nature. And if someone has only ever spent time meditating and listening for answers and in prayer, I'm going to encourage them to do some very practical things, to take action steps, to start to do the things in their life that they have been not doing. So they may have, spent hours and hours in silence, in connecting with nature, and just communing with other spiritual forms and other spiritual souls. They may have a really good understanding that they are not in control, that there is something bigger than themselves, but they don't necessarily have a good understanding that the next piece is to follow through. Right? So they may get a lot of downloads, but they don't follow through. And so they're stuck too. Right? So they're missing out on that piece. And so the two need to really be integrated for us to not just know our purpose, but to fulfill it, to fulfill our purpose. So that's my take. And I would love to know what your take is. Where are you on your spiritual journey? And please don't think that I think that I got it all down pat, because I struggle sometimes as well. I have to maintain my balance. There's my nature is more the thinking side. My nature is that controlling, thinking, let's just take action side. And I have to do the slowing down, consciously make myself take that step back. And it's taken me practice and awareness that other part alone is not enough. That I need to open and let my energy flow and open to the universe and God, my guides, allow others to collaborate with me, be willing to hear my own voice and the wisdom of my mentors and friends in order to get my best, my highest, reach my maximum potential. So I also am, adjusting on a regular basis. If I find I go too far one direction, then I need to adjust, calibrate. If I go the other, I need to adjust and calibrate. And when I am in harmony, that's when life is great. That's when my results are great. And always, that's when you know you're in harmony, is when your results are showing you, because your results are always a reflection. The results on the outside are always a reflection of what is going on for you inside. So if things aren't going great on the outside, then don't blame the outside. Take a look inside and say, okay, where do I need to adjust? Do I need more reflection or do I need more action? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here, here, or here? Please let me know. And if you need some help, I'm so happy to share with you how I have been able to modulate and how I help others to modulate and to get on track, because it is totally possible. There are just some very simple steps for either way, either to open more to spirit or to open more to practicality and to stay in harmony in your life. So please, if you like this video, subscribe, contact me if you want more information, and I hope to talk to you soon.